This is the plaintiff, Wanda Boxton. She says she was parked at her apartment complex and the defendant, her neighbor, backed out of a space and smacked into her car, but good. She witnessed the whole thing. The defendant's guilty as sin, but won't pay up. Some people. She's suing for $1,855.80, the cost of the damage. This is the defendant, Janaea Tompkins. She says she admits she tapped the plaintiff's car, but they both looked at their bumpers and agreed there was no damage. A few days later, the woman changed her tune, and now all of a sudden there's close to $2,000 worth of damage? Come on, it's obvious the woman got into a subsequent accident and is trying to pin the blame on her, and she should be ashamed of herself. She's accused of bumping into a neighbor.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant backed into her car and she saw the whole thing. But the defendant says she tapped the plaintiff's car, but it was nothing, literally, and this is fraud. It's the case of, yeah, I tapped that.
Okay, Ms. Boxton, you were suing Ms. Tompkins for $1,855.80. The cost you say it's going to be to repair damages sustained by your vehicle in an accident with her vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now the garb that you're wearing is for religious purposes, correct?
Yes, I'm
Because
Muslim.
normally we ask people to take off any kind of head dressing. But anyway, go ahead. So what's going on? We do not ask that if it is for religious purposes. Tell me what happened.
Okay, my car was parked in front of my house. The defendant backed up. She was backing up and backed up into my passenger side. I came out my door, out of my house, because I'm looking out the window. I see her backing up. So she didn't even know that she hit my car. And I was like,
she
hey.
knew she hit your car.
And I was like, hey, you know, hit my car. And she like looking like she crazy, like she don't know what's going on. So I was like, so she got out of the car. I was like, give me all of your information. I said, this is what we're going to do. I said, do you want me to call the police and go through the insurance? I said, are you going to pay for it? She said, well, I'll pay for it. So I said, okay, well, I don't know. You know.
Never, ever, 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 ever do that.
Okay.
Because we have a name for people like that. We call them litigants. That's what ends up happening. That's a risky run. If you're a gambling woman and you're feeling lucky, you do that. If you're not, and if the accident is completely not your fault, you weren't even moving, you weren't even in the car,
right,
and you call the police. And no matter how much that person begs you that they're going to pay it, they're not, and you're going to end up in court. So never, ever, ever do that. All right. So you exchange information, and then you go and you get an estimate, and the estimate is how much?
What I told her, I said, I'll go look around, like somewhere cheap, since we're not going to go through the insurance. It's easier that way. Went to, just say, a local little shop. I was like, okay, he charged me, just say $400 and some change, just say $500 to make it even. I told her, that's all you have to give me is $500 and everything is be done. So when I called her with the estimate, she was like, okay, that's cheap. I was like, yeah, that's cheap, but he wasn't going to do like the 100% fix. It was going to be like, where's pretty much looking decent.
Why would you put up with that? What kind of car are you driving? Because if you got to go through
insurance, a Honda Accord Coupe.
What year?
2004 V6.
All right. Was it all beat up?
On my passenger side.
No, I don't mean by her. Was it beat up in other places? Was it hooty? You didn't care? What?
Oh, I care. That's my baby.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying, why were you going to do this cheap little...
Because if you go through insurance and it's expensive, especially if she's going to pay for it, okay, I'll go through and I'll let you know.
Okay, so you were trying to cut her a break to get it all resolved already, and then what happens?
So
how'd that work out for you?
I called and told her how much everything was, how much everything was, and she was like, okay, it's cheap. She said, but could you pay for it because I'm not working? Now, this was over the weekend. Why are you laughing at me?
Because it's the same reason everybody else is. That's awful.
Because I'm nice, I know.
No, it's not because you're nice, because you're a fool. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, yeah, that too now. Yeah, that too. But just say over the weekend, I called her and told her, you know, everything. She was like, well, she wasn't working. So I said, you should have told me this when you hit my car, then we could have called the police. So what I did, I said, okay, I'm going to call my insurance company. And I told them what happened. They was like, well, do you want her insurance company to pay? I said, yeah, but the type of insurance she have is like welfare insurance, PIP, $1 a day, to where it only covers her. If she get hurt, it doesn't cover me or my car. So my insurance company sent me a check. They was like, well, do you want us to go through it and then we try to get her insurance company to pay? I was like, yes. So my insurance company came out and did the appraisal, took the pictures and everything of my car.
Right. And their appraisal was the $1,855.
Yes.
All right. What happened, Ms. Tompkins?
Pretty much like she said, when when it happened, like I had just got laid off, so I was telling her to give me a break. And then it seemed like every time when I would get a paper, it would be more money. At first, like she said, it was $400, then it was $1,100, and then it's $1,800. So I don't, like, it didn't look like I did that much damage to her car, so I wasn't expecting for it to be that much. So I don't know if she had another accident and is trying to pin it on me or not, because
do you remember the damage you did to her car?
Yes, her bumper was not hanging.
It?
No, we did. It was dark. We didn't even call the police, so I didn't think it would go this far. I thought that I would.
What did you think was going to happen when you went around hitting somebody's car?
No,
they were going to want it fixed. She went to the first place, which was a cheap place, to try to get it over with and cut you a break. When you say I wanted her to cut me a break because I just gotten laid off, she did that. She went to the cheap place, and she says you even remarked, "Wow, that's cheap." Mm-hmm. Right. So you saw enough of the damage to know that that was cheap, and then you didn't come up with it. You didn't go to your family and friends and say, "I need help. I need to do this because I got into this." Then that's how she said, well, I'm not going to have it done by the alley mechanic. Now I'm going to go and have it done legitimately because you never paid. And this was how long ago? 2 years ago?
It'll be 2 years in May.
Did you bring the cars here?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Both cars? Mm-hmm. Are they in the parking lot?
Yes.
I'm going to go check out your cars, ladies. Court is in recess. Was there damage to your car?
No. I have
remember whether there was damage to her car?
I don't. I was just worried about my big.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see.
All rise.
Court is in recess.
So if somebody very earnestly says, I promise you, look, I'll pay for the damage. Don't worry about it. Please don't call the police. Would you believe them?
Absolutely not.
Why?
You don't know their financial situation. You don't know what they're going through. They might want to hit and run. They could not be from there.
Fair enough. But what if you really believe them? I mean, what if they're like so earnest with you, so honest they seem?
I probably would believe them.
You would trust them?
Yeah.
Oh, God, please don't trust them. If I can tell you anything today, don't trust them. Do not trust anybody just because they seem honest. Some of the biggest crooks seem honest going inside the courtroom.
So I have some questions because I'm confused about something. You keep saying in your testimony that there was, are you saying there was no damage to your car? Because the car I looked at had a lot of damage.
It wasn't like how her bumper's hanging now. It wasn't like that.
Okay.
It was only a dent. It was a dent when it happened. I don't know.
A dent that was how big? What you have pictures?
Like, yes.
Have me the pictures from the original estimate.
Insurance.
Yeah, from back at the time.
Yeah.
Nobody took pictures with their cell phones back then.
No.
Oh. All right. Okay. Where did she hit you?
In the front on my.
Where these
passenger
arrows
side.
are?
Yes.
Does that look like the damage?
Yes, I see it from here.
No, wait.
Right here.
That's not what I saw in the parking lot.
I had that right there. When she hit it, I had it pushed out. If you look, the paint is different. Everything she hit, it was worse than that. Somebody just hit my car a couple of weeks ago in the same spot I was parked.
When were you planning on sharing that piece of information?
Oh, I didn't know you needed that.
You didn't know that when you hand me...
I got that police report too, but that don't have nothing to do with this
know that
case.
when you hand me an estimate for repair for a car, it says $1,880 that includes damage someone else did, and you want her to pay it, that it might be relevant for you not to be a stinking liar and tell me that in fact she did all this when she didn't do all this. Because what I saw out there clearly is another hit. And in fact, what she did, you already had badly repaired. Correct?
No.
Really? Because there's Bondo all
Actually,
over the part that's in this picture.
She hit the whole...
Listen, lady, there's Bondo all over the part that's in this picture. The scrape where these arrows are, that's been poorly repaired.
Because I had it...
Yes or no?
It wasn't repaired all the way. I had somebody pushed it out because I couldn't afford that. I had somebody pull it out and...
Let me see the pictures of the car I saw outside. There's one.
That was a hit and run like a couple of weeks ago.
But she's going to pay for that hit and run.
No, she don't have to pay for that. I want her to pay for what
how am I going to slice and dice and figure that out? That's obviously what you were trying to have her do. Because you've included that damage with a new bumper.
No,
and you wanted her to have to pay for it.
I didn't include that damage. I included the damage my insurance company came and did. That's what I'm doing. Not that one. That just happened to my car. It was parked in front of my door. Again, somebody hit it. A hit and run. I got that police report too. I wasn't
what was
trying to make
your original plan? You got it fixed and you were just going to let it go? Because you waited 2 years to file a lawsuit, and I'm curious why.
If you look at my car, Judge, my car is not fixed. If you look at my whole bumper, I had it all pulled out, and it's different paint where she hit it. It's worse than that. I just had it pushed out to where it wouldn't be up on my tire. And a couple of weeks ago,
Why can't you just be honest when you're under oath and tell me the whole story?
I am being honest.
But why were you so cagey?
Because I didn't think that this case had anything to do
Why
with
wouldn't
this
you
one.
just tell me? You know I was going to walk outside and look at the damage. And when I walk outside and I look at the damage, I see a bumper hanging. And then it's not until I come in and spot you on it and press you that you finally say, oh, yeah, I was going to tell you. Why
I
didn't
didn't
you
say
just
I was
come
going to tell
forward
you.
and
I
say
said
it?
this don't have nothing to do with when she hit my car. That was something else, a hit and run in front of my door again. That don't have nothing to do
Do you
with
think there's
her.
no cost in court when a judge thinks that you're being less than honest?
That's one thing my mama told me not to do is lie and thief. And I'm not.
So why didn't you just tell me about it? Got hit in the same place, and when you
Because
go
I
outside,
didn't
judge, you
think
look at the
that
car,
this was
understand that it got
relevant
hit in
to
the
this
same
case.
place, and that's why you're going to look at a bumper that's hanging down. Why? Because you were worried that I might reduce the amount?
No. I just wanted her to pay for it. That's it. She hit it.
What year car is this?
A 2004 Honda Accord Coupe.
Okay. Do you see each other in the neighborhood?
Not often. 'Cause
Not really.
We work different hours or whatever, but we see each other sometimes. Not like every month or nothing like that.
I don't see her
Very
in her
often.
What did you think was going to happen with this? You thought she was just going to go
No,
away?
I wanted to pay her and stuff, but
I seen her
haven't-
back. I seen her
I
back.
wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
What did you think was going to happen with this?
That eventually she would get her money. When I could give it to her, I was going to
Yeah,
give
but
it
2
to
years
her.
have passed and you haven't paid $20.
I mean, I was going to give it to her.
No, you weren't. I'm finding in favor of the plaintiff because you do admit that you crashed her car. I'm going to order the defendant to pay you $1,000. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Well, the defendant has a big smile on her face, but after losing this case, can you explain why?
I'm glad it's over
You're relieved? Mm-hmm. Why didn't you try to pay her anything?
because I was in a situation I couldn't afford it. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting out of that situation, so she'll get her money.
All right, okay. All right, right down this way. Okay, come on in here. What do you think the judge was going to do when she went out into the parking lot to look at the car and found all that extra damage on there? Why didn't you?
Because like I told her, that hit and run
Yeah,
that
but
had
why didn't you tell her about it before she went out there and discovered the thing?
Because I think that it was irrelevant to this case.
You didn't think she was going to ask you about it when she came in?
Yeah, but once she asked me, then I told her it wasn't just say that hit didn't have nothing to do with her hitting it the first time. Because my insurance done came out and did.
You
all
weren't
the-
trying to get more out of this deal?
No, for what? I just more. I only told her to give me $500. Now it's more now. So what does that mean?
You're
more?
happy?
I'm kind of mad because even though I won, but still I'm still kind of mad how everything went, making it seem like I want more money. More money for what? I work for the
Okay.
government. What I want more? I just want my car paid. That's it.
All right. Harvey?
That's it.
You have got to proceed as if the person will not pay. Don't waver from that. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.